Okay, this is to help us review for the final, and you may make a page of notes this week to use on your final next week, front and back. You might want to put the distance formula for number 1 on the final. Distance formula, a little bit sloppy Joe there.
Are we only reviewing chapter 1 today? Like the chapter 1 stuff?
Yeah, we're just doing chapter 1 today.
Midpoint set.
Midpoint.
X1 plus X2 over Y1.
What's 2? That's the slope formula.
Oh, this is just chapter 1?
The midpoint, yes. The midpoint is the average of the x coordinates for your x coordinate and the average of the y coordinates for the y coordinate.
Does somebody have a pencil I can borrow?
I would if you hadn't broken mine.
You took my only pencil.
Because you broke mine.
My only pencil.
I think
If
I
you
have
weren't
one.
racist
I
towards
have one.
pencils, I would have one for you.
You know what Chase did when he broke my pencil today? He gave me a brand new one. A brand spanking new one. Yeah. Not a musty
I gave you
one.
my only one.
Yeah, it was musty. It was dirty. It was unclean.
Yeah.
We needed to make a sacrifice to atone for your
Thank you.
pencil.
Okay,
I had to kill my
So-
own just to-
why don't you guys try and use those formulas to solve number 1 quickly?
You know I don't read stuff very quickly. Wait, no.
As efficiently as possible, let's say it that way.
Wait, do we need 2 pieces of it? One to do the work and one to write the formula?
Let's do it.
That's a good idea, Josh. Josh, you're so sweet. Yeah. I just realized since you don't have to take math next semester, you're gonna have even more time to help me with math. Thanks, Josh. If you don't have a class this period, you're just gonna call FaceTime.
So, are most of the seniors like not at school right now? They just
Yeah.
leave at lunch, basically?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that will be me next semester, and Bethany will be stuck here.
Bethany will be holding down the fort.
All by her alone.
Representing.
Why didn't we? Can we trade seniors?
Can we?
That's rude.
I know. I was kidding, Bethany.
Plugging it in amongst them.
If I catch you,
Calculator hasn't been on this entire time.
if I catch you, you fail.
What?
We can cheat, but if we get caught, we fail.
No. I'm saying if I get it done before you do.
I mean, that's just cheating in general, isn't it? I guess. Alright, I'll take that.
I mean, I see your point.
Did I do that right? That don't seem right.
Nope, you did it wrong.
Yeah, you plugged in the wrong
I got
exponent.
4 squared root of 13, but I did get square root of 208. My calculator said 4 squared root of 13.
You did it wrong.
4 times.
I got the right answer.
Do 4 minus
4 times
negative.
I got 12.
52.
So did
Oh,
I.
52, yeah.
It's 12.
In the end,
So it
it's 12.
should be 2 squared root of 13, right? Is that what you said? 4 squared root of 13.
Yeah.
It should be 12.
It should be 12.
What's 12?
The answer.
Why?
Because it's -7.
No, it's not why.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it is? I wrote.
Because it's
No, it's not. It's
Positive
7.
7.
Yeah, it's very
yes, but it's minus y1, isn't it?
It's 7 minus -5.
Which is
If
plus.
you do negative 5 minus 7, that's negative 12. If you do
So
7
7
minus
plus 5.
negative 5,
I did 7 minus -5.
It's
negative
12.
5 minus
that's
7.
12. Square root of 144.
Negative.
What's that?
That should wait.
That's from
Like I got 4 minus negative 4, then plus negative 5 minus 7.
It should be square root of 144, and then you get 12. There's no way to
Ah, yeah, that's right. Huh?
Where does 64 come
I
from?
don't understand.
This is how you do it without a calculator.
Weird.
Well,
Isn't that
kind of.
order method?
Yeah, 4 square Actually, the way I taught you guys was with the tree thing, but
Or calculator. I think tests that aren't all calculators are unethical.
What do you think,
Wait, so what is the answer?
4 squared of 13 is the distance, or the equivalent decimal value. And the midpoint.
You didn't even need a calculator for that one.
The calculator needed you.
It didn't need me, Josh.
Just tighten it. Now you happy, Brady?
Yeah,
That make that.
I can't see it though. That the end needs to be a little bit bigger.
That's kind of small.
There we go.
That looks so bad. I just was not like wondering if I
That 3 looks pretty nice.
That's orange.
Is it
about
4
the one
squared of
taken out.
13 or 4 squared of 3?
13, obviously. How big do I need to make that?
A little bit bigger.
Well,
Oh,
Oh,
It's like, no.
no more big.
No manches.
you can even read
Back
it.
up again. Mr. Jordan, Rachel's being racist.
Santa.
He called me Tyler.
Rachel, do you even speak that way?
What you call it?
Taco Boy.
That's racist because you're white, Rachel.
If you're gonna be racist, though, might as well be funny.
Good life, Mike.
That's what I learned in math class today.
No. You're gonna have to erase this video.
It's on the news.
Yeah, teacher. It's on scene.
Judge riots everywhere.
You guys feel excited to commit
I
violence?
feel like they definitely haven't though. It doesn't
You're
happen
gonna be
like a
racist,
classroom.
at least
It's like a
make it
joke.
fun.
It's like making fun of like
They just like fried chickens, okay?
When I grow up,
I heard a good
want
joke
to be
yesterday.
army and
You
stay
guys-
in Pakistan.
you guys might know where this is from.
Wow, great. Well, great.
I dated a girl who was cross-eyed once,
You dated a girl?
but we had to break it off because we didn't see eye to eye. Plus, I think she was seeing somebody on the side.
You're like,
You guys know where that's from?
Feels like
I've
it's from
heard that
Seinfeld.
before.
It's a movie I watched yesterday.
I've never heard
what
of it.
movie is it?
I know you're
Um,
being
Me
serious.
too.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Jungle trip or cruise. No.
Oh, Jungle Cruise.
Cruise.
Yeah,
Is that the one with
Yes.
Dwayne
The
Johnson?
Rock.
Yeah.
And
I haven't seen it.
Hey, do you guys want to watch the worst written movie ever?
Is that
Watch,
one's about Drive?
watch,
And Howard?
watch Rampage.
You
That
say
is the
Howard?
worst written movie ever.
What do you think?
You don't watch that for the writing. You watch it for the giant.
The giant monkey beating up the
We should be going with that.
Okay, number 2. How do we find the value of a? 2x plus ay equals 26.
My culture gaming?
You guys remember doing these? Well, it's been a long time. How do we find a in this case?
You don't.
So you're gonna plug in the formulas that I gave to you. and
Yes.
you're gonna solve for it.
Negative 3,7 is a solution. That means if we plug it into the equation, it should work, and you can find the missing value.
wait, is that a formula? The 2x plus?
No, this is number 2, the problem, and it says
Oh, I didn't. Yeah.
solve for a. It also gives us the negative. So there is no formula for number 2.
That's just basic geometry. I mean,
Yeah, I did.
algebra.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I got my math wrong.
My math is
Math is, you know, in England they do call it maths.
Really?
Yeah, they call it maths class.
That's what my grandparents call it.
It
Should
should
we do
be,
maths?
It's because
Like,
India
How are you doing
speaks-
in maths?
it's 32 over 7.
It's because India speaks British English.
This is true.
Oh.
Because of T.
Quick maths. You know, like the
They
big
don't
fat guy.
talk right.
2 plus 2 is 3, minus 1, that's 6 quick maths.
Hey,
Everything
I
managed to
should've-
block.
ooh,
Smoke trees.
hey. She said, take off your
But I want us
jacket.
to run
I said
this.
right.
It's 32 over 7.
Doesn't matter. Is that right, or did I copy it wrong?
No, that's not that.
Let's see if I copied it wrong.
Yeah, no.
No, I copied
Oh, you're
it
not
right.
Josh.
Alright,
What was that?
okay, number 3. Solve the equations blah 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 simultaneously, then sketch the graph of the lines and label the intersection point. So how do we solve those simultaneously?
You don't.
Wait, and elimination.
Elimination or substitution?
Oh, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Or matrix.
Or graphing.
Oh,
Shut up,
yeah,
Matthew.
I forgot about matrix.
Can we do matrix?
No,
What is
the least of.
Matrix is so
You just
good.
haven't done any of this.
You just gotta do the thing.
Are we doing this this year?
Just do it.
Multiply
Oh,
the
We
top
did
line by
matrix this year,
2.
didn't
We did
Multiply the
matrix.
For
top
like-
line by
We
2.
did.
we? Assignment or two.
We did.
I don't think so.
Multiply
Yeah, we
the
did
top
a little
line by
bit.
2.
what was it?
Multiply the
Oh
top
my gosh,
line
my
by
We
2.
used to solve these.
Multiply the top line.
Okay, anyways,
Let's do matrix.
top line times 2,
Yay.
because remember we want to eliminate the x's or y's, and if this is multiplied by 2, it becomes a -4, and when we add the lines together, the y's would go away. So the top line times 2 is that,
Alright.
and then we add the lines together.
Why would x equals 22? X equals 2. And you gotta plug that sucker back in.
No, it's just two.
No, you gotta plug back in so you can get y.
Is this due or are we just reviewing it now?
I'll give you guys some points for it.
Yay.
Subtract that sucker.
But no, I don't think I'll probably want you to fit this in.
And then you plug it back in.
That's what I said.
Oh. Do we have a thread?
Rachel was talking smack.
Rachel, are you talking smack? That's what I thought. Oh. I know that was funny. That's not true.
We didn't see eye to eye.
Brady.
It's like guys above.
Brady's
I
got
always
this.
think of Will when I hear jokes like that.
Oh, I get it. No,
He kind of seems like the type of person who makes those jokes too.
How he makes it mixed up. To
I heard a math class, not math, in science. They limit him to like 3 puns a day.
Who, Austin?
Will.
I like how we immediately thought of Austin.
oh yeah, Austin
What?
likes those. Sam Conrad likes those
I
jokes.
see Austin like 3 times a month.
Sam Conrad in the same class,
No one actually
like
likes
within a 10-minute period, told me the
like
same
just
joke.
like other people.
I don't know if you realized it or not.
What was the joke?
What's the name of the knight that invented the round table?
Circumference.
Yeah.
Wait, where
That's
did
how, why did it get multiplied by 2?
Okay, elimination means you want to get rid of the x's or y's, eliminate. So when you multiply the top line times 2, the y's, this would become -4y. And then when you add the lines together, which is eventually what you're trying to do, the y's would go away.
How do we find y?
Josh.
Yeah.
Once you get x, you plug it into one of the
Oh,
equations.
okay.
I use this middle equation.
Right.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna
I got it.
understand what we're supposed to do.
Are we
I
doing
think it's like
every
you want
single
the
problem
back
on here?
Probably
I'll
not.
be quick to
Any
it.
questions on that one?
Yes, how did you do it?
Okay, number 4, find the slope and y-intercept. Okay, this is what my algebra 1.
Wait, we need
got
slope
to do.
formula.
Okay, how do we
Do you
find
not have
this?
an annex 2?
What's the slope formula?
Well, you'll need a formula for this one.
Why do we have an annex room number 2?
Okay, how do you find the slope and y-intercept?
You make it to slope-intercept form.
Right, which means
Add one.
Why?
solve for y.
Oh.
Solve for y, and then that's in slope-intercept form. How do I solve for y?
Take everything to the right side and then divide by 2.
First thing is,
Subtract the 3 mix. Then divide
Is that a slope-intercept formula?
yeah, well, form, yes.
Yeah.
2 or not?
I don't think we did.
If we did, it wasn't very much. Oh, that's true, I wasn't here for chapter 1. I don't remember if I did it with it. What's the slope on this one? What's this thing?
The Y.
Y-intercept.
Did you guys hear someone knocking?
What does that say? Y-intercept.
Y-intercept.
I was trying to figure that out too. It's like,
Sir? Our lady, sir?
I-N-T, that's what that is.
Man.
Man.
so the answer is the M and the Y, like Y-intercept.
A woman. Man. Why is it woman not woman?
Man move. Man move. Man move.
Yeah, because then men should be man move, and women should be women. You know? Because they're opposites?
They're going to that thing, remember?
No, because gender
That's
don't
the next
exist.
hour.
What thing?
One person's coming to sell us something.
Really?
What?
Cheaply raised.
Sell us their propaganda.
Is it today or
They're
supposed
selling
to
us communism and not. No.
Huh?
Today are we supposed to?
What?
Oh, that's Thursday.
Issa's a sophomore, what are they doing?
What?
Issa!
Oh no, he's a leave or fleet.
Okay. Okay, number 5. Which equations have parallel lines? So, what do we know about the equations of parallel lines?
They have the same slope.
Same slope.
But
So-
they're
If the slopes on 2 lines are both 3/4, the lines are parallel. What do perpendicular line slopes look like?
opposite reciprocal.
Opposite reciprocals. So,
That was
on
a parallel line.
5A, how do we find that slope?
You can opposite reciprocal and plug in the coordinates.
Okay, if it's in, you can solve for y to get the slope, but do you guys know the easier way if it's in standard form?
Which the exit was.
Wait, what?
Negative a over b.
Might be.
So negative 3 over negative 2.
wait, what is that negative over again?
This is to find, this might be a good note for your page. This is the easiest way to find the slope if the line is in standard form. You can also solve for y and change it to slope-intercept form.
Wait. That, oh, to find the slope. Wait, if.
Negative a over b gives you the slope if the line is in standard form. Or you could change it to slope-intercept form, and then the number in front of the x is the slope.
So a perpendicular slope to 1/2 would be -2/1.
Or negative 2.
My notes are gonna be-
Okay, on b, what is the slope?
Yes.
3 over 2. How did she know that?
Because.
So minus a 4.
Because it's in slope-intercept form, the number in front of the x is the slope.
I think that is actually.
Okay, on c, how would we find the slope?
Negative A over B.
Negative a over b. Yeah, the 20's on the wrong side, but it doesn't really matter. Negative 4 over 6 reduces to negative 2/3. I think the way we wrote this answer was something like a and b are parallel and they're both perpendicular to c, right? A and B, lines A and B are parallel and they're both perpendicular to c.
Can you say that one more time?
Look right here. A and B are parallel lines and they're both perpendicular to c.
Okay.
Huh? Mr. Jordan threatening.
I will break you. I would break you. Does anybody know that quote?
Terminated.
Rocky 4.
Oops.
The big blonde Russian dude.
Yep.
Is that whatever the black dude does?
Yeah, yes, he does.
Right.
Rest in peace. And then the Russian dude goes and uses all the high-tech equipment, and Rocky goes to Alaska.
And he runs mountains.
Yep.
And then
Get
Trig
him
Ch1
And then he says, hit me harder, hit me harder, hit me harder, and you can't knock him out. And then he just, bops him.
Baba.
Wait, so
Steady.
is this also Creed? Creed also fought the Russian dude.
No.
Yeah, he dies.
A different
When he
Russian.
fights the Russian.
No,
Original.
like the movie name Creed.
I just.
Oh.
He doesn't fight the Russian dude, does he?
Oh, so like the descendants of the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his son.
yeah.
Well, that's
Rocky
still
Four.
Rocky.
No, it's Creed.
Well, no, but there's still Rock, right?
Yeah, he's in the movie.
Yeah.
Wait,
Like,
the
Rock was like
black
the
stallion or whatever, like
Creed.
Italian
Yeah.
stallion.
no,
And then
but the black
Creed.
guy, he dies.
Two
Yeah,
last
he
time.
does.
Like fighting him or just dies?
He dies in the ring.
He
Yeah.
dies in the ring because he fights the Russian, and the Russian
got
hits him
blocked.
hard enough, and he gives him like a brain injury and kills him.
We haven't used it yet. I don't
Because
know
my
that
tech
we need
training
it.
does that.
Yep.
Like the later ones. I watched them.
Unless the other guy ran into him.
It's why.
Actually, we do need it. We
There
do
was
need
a
it on the
knockout
six.
clause
Yeah.
in his contract.
Okay, you guys remember the slope formula?
Hey, we watching them.
Now, you're not talking about slope-intercept form,
We're
right?
watching the Jake.
I don't think so.
Oh, when is
Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b.
Yeah.
Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x.
Y minus y over x minus x.
I was right in the middle. Let's
I
go.
thought it was y equals mx plus b.
Bethany.
That's the equation, the slope-intercept form of a line.
Okay.
This is the formula for finding the slope if they give you 2 points, which we're going to need for number 6. Number 6 says write an equation of the line through 6, -2, and 3, 7.
So, -2 -7.
Oh wait, I said that formula earlier.
Hey, let's go, Drew. That's my point.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Like a one question.
Okay, is -3 the answer? No, it's the slope of the line that goes between those 2 points. So you can plug it into an equation. We're looking for the equation of the line. So the equation would be like y equals mx plus b. And the slope would go right there. Okay, how do I find the b value?
You can plug in
Plug in the numbers at
a
x
set
and
of
y.
coordinates.
Yeah, plug in an x and a y value.
Let's do the
So-
6 and -2.
Alright, if we plug in 6, that will go for the x, and -2 would go for the y.
Then b equals
Wait, where'd you get your
10.
Right there.
No, it does not. It equals 16. Where did I get 10 from?
I don't know, where did you?
I see now.
Radius number 6.
Okay.
I
Where-
said was that
Pretty
then
much done. B is 16. So the answer is this equation right here, but just replace the b with 16.
It's a no or Yes, it's
Wait, so. Do you use like one of the numbers from your. You use the x's from both?
Okay, I found the slope by using the slope formula.
Do I have that written down?
Probably not.
Oh, what's the slope
The
formula?
first time we used it was this problem. It's, well, it's up here. Scroll up. Right there.
Okay. Alright, thank you.
Once we got the slope, we plugged it into the slope-intercept formula.
Okay.
Right there. We also plugged in one of the points, the coordinates for,
And you could have used 6, 4, 3 there.
yeah.
Okay.
And then that helped us find the b value, and so slope and the b value.
Okay. Do you not plug in anything for y? Or?
We did, we plugged in -2, 6 for x, and -2 for y, right there.
Then why is the answer y equals 3? Negative.
The slope was -3.
We're finding the
no.
The m was -3.
You used to.
so So those 2 points are on the line.
You skipped the
It's like connect the dots. Except not.
Alright, number 7, write an equation of line through point 25 and parallel to the line for x minus 3y equals negative 15. So what do we know about parallel lines again?
They are same
Perfect.
slope.
Same slope.
You're right to say it here, perfect.
What are parallel lines?
Okay.
Perpendicular.
Yeah. Time for me to retire.
Oh. That's perfect.
Hey, that'd be
Just
a wonderful
live
cause for
off my
Brady to
giant
make
nesting.
your retirement all students.
If Brady got a 0 on the math segment trying his hardest on the SAT, would you retire?
I think they give, like, even if you miss everything,
It's
I
like
think
4,
you get a
right?
0.
Isn't the lowest 4? Wait, what's the lowest in the ACT?
My point still stands. If Brady got a 0,
You'd have to try to get a 0, I'm pretty sure. The odds would be almost nothing.
Yeah, because even if you guess, you're bound to get 1 right.
Like-
There's a 50-50 chance of
Here's-
It's actually
You can plug this in the calculator. This is the odds of getting
it's wrong.
Wait,
none of them right.
it is
Math error.
3.189156293
Can't be
times
3
10 to the negative 8.
Up to the negative.
Like something ain't right.
So that means
It's less than like
7
Yeah.
zeros.
It's like a bunch of zeros and then 32.
Wait, that's less than a trillion. Right?
Tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000, millions, 10 millions, 3 in 100 million chance.
There would be a way. There would be a way.
Fine, Brady is the
You
I
have to
am the
actually know
way.
the right answer so that you know what to pick.
Yeah.
what's
Not
wrong.
necessarily.
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna say. You could just be a
I mean, with all the, there's probably been 100 million
Brady
ACTs
over here,
taken.
like, never come with you.
You
So-
can know which answers are wrong.
Probably happened maybe once. I don't know. Probably not.
I don't think.
What were we talking about?
Number 7.
Okay. So we want a line parallel to this line. Parallel lines have the same slope. So what is the slope of that line?
4.
4/3.
Okay, negative a over b. Brady, we're gonna do
Oh,
that
I
part.
remember. Yeah, my
So
bad.
it's negative 4 over negative 3, which is 4/3. So if that line has a slope of 4/3, we want our line, parallel line, to have a slope of 4/3. So y equals 4/3 x plus b. How do I find the b value? Plug in the point that they give us that the line has to go through. 2, 5 should work in this equation. 5 is the y value, 2 is the x value. Solve for b. That's 2 2/3. 5 minus 2 2/3 would be 2 1/3. What's your calculator do the heavy lifting? So we got the slope, we got the y-intercept, and we got the equation.
Ew.
Did you say mirror?
Huh?
She said, did you look in the mirror?
No, it was there.
That was so.
Alright, maybe it was not. It was some blonde hair.
Apparently it doesn't.
It's probably Jackson. It's Jackson's hair, 100%.
Blonde?
Because this.
Yep.
Are you sure it wasn't like light brown? Because Jordan said
Jackson, maybe you're actually colorblind and you don't know that you're
Color-
blonde.
Yes,
Alright,
I have.
Number 8.
He is blind, white, colorblind.
Okay.
Greens.
If the equation has a x-intercept of 2, what does that tell us?
That means it just goes up and down
Crosses
to 2
at
x.
It crosses the x-axis at 2. What point is that?
0, 2. 2, 0.
2, 0.
I was just copying.
Okay, if it has a y-intercept of -3, what point is that?
0, -3.
Okay. On this
Are we
one,
graphing this?
it's, no. It's just helping us figure out what that point was. So, how do I find the slope?
Slope formula.
Y2 minus y1.
Y minus y over x minus x.
It's just 2 plus
3 halves.
three.
Oh.
Okay. Trick question. How do I find the y-intercept?
We already have it.
We already have it. Right there. They just told us the
So it's
y-intercept.
y 2/3.
Y equals 3 halves x.
That was easy. And I think that's all the time we have.
Number 9. Write an equation of a line, vertical line through the point 5, 1.
Wouldn't that just be y equals 5?
No.
It'd be y equals x equals 5.
X equals 5. All vertical lines just say x equals because all the x values on the vertical line are the same. X equals 5.
And then all horizontals are y.
All horizontals are y equal. Number 11.
Wait, so
Twyla buys it.
Wait, are we not, what happened?
vertical lines are the ones that
Let's
have
skip the
slope.
writing problems, huh?
Vertical lines have no slope.
That wasn't
Vertical lines have no slope or undefined slope, and horizontal lines have a slope of 0.
Wait, so number 9 is just
Pay
5.
attention next time.
X equals 5. All vertical lines have an equation x
Are we
equals.
skipping 10?
We should.
Yeah, let's skip 10. Okay, number 11. Twyla buys a 10-ride pass so that she can use public transportation to go to and from work. Pass costs $50 a year.
That's it, you guys.
$0 after take her.
Can we now do that?
Function of multivariate pass is a function of the number of rides completed. No, let's do that.
You're right, we should skip it.
Well, is it gonna tell me?
Okay, it's not that hard. So, should I call it f(x)? Doesn't matter. Okay, what's the, you guys probably haven't read it. Twyla buys a 10-ride pass so that she can use public transportation to go to and from work. The pass costs $15 and is worth $0 after 10 rides. Give an equation of the function that models the value of the pass as a function of ride. So I could have called it like the value of the pass after R ride based on how many rides she's taken. Doesn't really matter. But what is the value of the ticket pass start at?
$15.
15. Then it loses value over time based on the number of rides you've taken, right?
Are those both R's or is that a V?
It's a V.
It's a V. Value of the pass based on the number of rides she's taken. How much does the value of the pass drop for each
1
ride?
per ride.
$1.10 or 0.1. Wait,
Well, there was 15 rides,
15 right?
or sorry, $15
1 and 30.
split among 10 rides. Or did I say that backwards? Yeah, $15 split on 10 rides. So how much was
It
each?
loses 1.5.
Yeah.
I said $1.
Basically, each ride's worth $1.50. So starts at $15. It's gonna lose $1.50
Every right.
every times the number of rides she's taken. So that would be one way to write it.
Moving on.
B says use the equation to find the value of the pass after ride 6. So how would we figure out the value of pass?
Plug in 6 for R.
Put 6 in for R.
$9.
Well, that would be 9. So it'd be 15 minus
9,
9,
which is $6.
$6.
Why is it 15 minus 9?
6 times $1.50. If you put
Oh,
R stands for right, so put 6 in for R.
Six.
It's
When I plugged in 6
Huh?
for R,
times 1.5.
yeah, 6.
Yeah, 6 is the answer. $6. 15 minus 9 is 6, so you were $6 after the 6 there. Okay, without a calculator, Brady,
Oh.
how can we simplify square root of negative 12?
Oh, I got you. Alright, you do the little tree.
That's right.
Alright, 3 and a 4, and then a 2 and a 2. Alright, so it is 2 square root of 3i. 2i square root of 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm smart.
Yelling not necessary. Alright, and then 48 is 16 times 3, so it would be 4 square root of 3. Do those simplify?
No.
Eh.
They don't.
They do.
2i square root of 3 minus 4i square root of 3 is, guess what?
2i squared.
Now, of course, you can use a calculator on the test, I don't really care.
I'd be scared.
Oh, what's that you work there?
Almost. God forbid.
That was
How about 17? Can your guys' calculator do 17?
I hope. Oh, I've been using it done.
Let's see.
Either way.
I don't have eyes.
Yeah, either way.
Josh has it.
Joshua?
Yes, father.
Don't you remember this? Brady saying he can do everything.
You have to do it
Error.
or it repeats every
Domain
fourth
error.
one.
Huh?
You have to do it or it repeats every fourth one.
Yeah, it repeats every fourth one.
Well, I
Did
left
yours
my
work?
calculator at home. This is yours. And it
I
does
think
not.
that one does eyes, doesn't it?
It does eyes, but it doesn't go to sleep.
Okay, so,
Let's do 23 divided by 4 and then we'll take the remainder multiplied by.
right, the remainder is the thing. So 23 divided by 4 is 5 with the remainder of 3, 5 with the remainder of 3. So it's the same, I to the 23rd is the same thing as I to the 3rd, basically. You guys remember what I squared equal? You should know this one by heart.
I
Negative
squared
1.
is negative 1.
So basically this is negative 1 times another I, so it's negative I.
That's crazy.
How sensitive.
Every 4, I to the 4th is equal to 1, so every 4 it starts repeating itself.
Wait, that's what Daddy Drew said.
Can you go?
It is.
Do what?
I was just asking.
Get out of the way. Can you please move?
Can you like move out of the way?
I said it politely.
Are we doing any more?
Heck yeah.
No, that'll be
Wait,
it.
actually, can you write down
Let's see, let's
over 13?
do 18. 13?
Yeah,
Like how to do it?
yeah, just 'cause
It'd be 3 minus 2i times 3 minus 2i is a FOIL problem. So you do first, outside, inside, and last. When you get an I squared, it becomes a negative 1. So 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. 9 and minus 4 can go together to become a 5, and negative 6i minus 6i is minus 12i.
what other number are we doing?
18. Should we do the back
Are we
tomorrow?
doing 18?
Yeah.
Probably. We'll do the back in maybe chapter 2 tomorrow.
We're doing 18.
Hands up.
Let's do 18a, see if we can get that done. How do we solve 18a?
Quadratic Formula.
Yeah, just do it.
Ugh.
Okay, if it's a quadratic equation, remember we move everything to one side.
Wait, this calculator can just solve it.
Really? You sure?
No,
I just did it.
How?
I just have to. You wanna see?
Yeah.
Sure.
So what you gonna do? I'm gonna move.
Oh,
I'm
baby.
gonna press 5. And then you're gonna press 3. And then it's gonna be 12.
Just ask for A, B, and C.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how do we do this without a calculator?
It all
Quadratic formula or factoring?
grouping.
What goes into 12x squared?
6 and 2.
3 and
4, 4 and 3. Usually like the one's enough. What goes into 12? 4 and
2.
4 and 3. Since we want a negative 25, I'm going to use negative 4 and negative 3. And then when I do the outside and the inside, I get negative 16 minus 9, which is negative 25. So this is right. Okay, you kind of have to play around with it till you find what works.
I can concur that this is the right answer.
And then, if that's how it factors, what is the answer to the equation?
The
3
op-
over 4, 4 over 3.
Right, positive 3 over 4 and positive 4 over 3. You're gonna have to, Brady's gonna steal that calculator from you.
Yeah. Here you go.
Well, Brady, you'd have to remember what buttons to push to get there. Though.
That's a lot.
Advanced basic, why did I go? Wow. I'll take a
They
look.
allowed them the FFT and ACT.
Yeah. I didn't realize, I thought you had to have like a big fat calculator to do that stuff.
Wait,
That was
is there a calculator that does everything?
It's like,
It's called a supercomputer.
Yeah, see, I'm
What is
gonna-
it called?
theory.
What is that calculator?
I just told you. Theory.
I failed.
What did you do?
Give me everything.
Oh, did you get your drink back from Ethan?
Yeah, she stole it.
Yeah. I thought I did right. I watched the entire thing.
Are you just gonna make sure you got this?
Are you going to
Well, what's your other option?
Probably at lunch.
Alright. Well, you want to?
I can't, wait, hold on, I might not be able to do it tomorrow. No, because I'm taking the science test.
Okay. Getting caught up in other stuff. Oh, you were gonna take that test tomorrow.
Anybody can go.
Well, do you have a game on Friday, right?
I have no idea.
Are you still playing basketball?
Yeah, but it's like, I
So,
don't know.
if you have a game on Friday, then you don't practice on Friday, right?
No, it's gonna be like Wednesday.
Ew. There's like
Jordan couldn't get enough money.